Rebecca. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell me your question. How can I help you?
Okay, so I got married to this man almost 10 years ago, and we have had a series of marital problems and issues. A lot of them have been because of the influence that my parents have had in my life. And every time I try to set a boundary, we've sought counseling over it. And every time I try to set a boundary,
hold on a second. Your parents are intruding, and you set a boundary, but how does that cause a problem with your husband if you're trying to protect your marriage?
Well, it's not really a problem with my husband. The thing is, we were almost about to get a divorce. Like, we were almost in the final stages of a divorce. And I did a lot of soul searching and decided through prayer and soul searching, decided that I wanted to pause the divorce for 6 months to see if we could figure this out. And so
it's commendable.
It's been a lot to process.
Yeah, that's hard.
But with that, giving that backstory a little bit, my parents initially gave me the money to get the divorce, and they've kind of been background noise in my ear to get the divorce. And I have probably listened to what they said a little bit more than what actually, looking at actual facts about things.
Yeah. That's by the way, this I just want to make a comment here, and it's not just about the divorce issue; it's about a lot of things with marriages and parents. I think it was either in the Boundaries book or Boundaries in Marriage. There's a section in there about catching the virus, and I've seen where that came from. I just seen so many people. Their relationship is great until they went home or visited parents or whatever. And it's like they get infected with something about how and they take it home. They get infected. This is a real thing. I love relationships with in-laws and parents, but you've got to have immunities, and that should be a mutually agreed upon agreement, right? That it's your marriage. I'm going to support you. You want my opinion? I'll give it to you. I'm not going to meddle. Anyway, so keep going. What is the question about this?
So anyways, when I decided to reconcile and pull this process back, went through the series of events with them, just kind of majorly just like not approving of this decision, telling me that it's only a matter of time, that this is going to happen.
I get it. What they're interfering. So what's the question?
The question is how to handle them in this situation, because every time that I've tried to put a boundary up in the past, they've kind of kicked and screamed. And
what have you said?
Like literally.
What have you said? Tell me the exact words that you say and exactly what they do, as briefly as you can.
Okay. So I told them, like, for example, like last Thanksgiving, my mom said something about my husband not coming to our Thanksgiving dinner. And I said, we're either going to come as a family or we're not going to come at all. And
wait a minute, hold on. She said something. Hold on. I didn't understand that. She said something about him not coming. So he wasn't coming, and she said something about that, or she said she didn't want him to come.
She said that she didn't want him to come.
Oh, and you said we're coming as a family or we're not coming.
Correct.
Great. Okay.
And so this big, huge fight happened.
And she what?
And this big, huge fight happened among like my dad and my sister and everything. And it was just a really messy situation dealing with them. And so that's the one example of the boundary.
Well, hold on. Stop right there.
Okay.
They pushed back. This big, huge fight, you said, was that in the conversation, or he ended up coming and it turned into a big deal. What happened?
Well, no, he ended up coming, but
Okay.
there was something that happened before she said I don't want him to come, and so there so that's the reason. Like, the fight happened before she said I don't want him to come, and then they didn't really fight. They just weren't overly
Okay.
friendly like when we all came.
All right. Okay. So the question is what to do when they don't accept your boundary. Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Or
So
right now, because I'm taking my husband back, like, or
yeah,
trying to reconcile
you're
our
trying
relationship.
to work on your relationship. I get that. And they're interfering, right?
Yes, and they're
Okay.
not. They told me they don't want me back at their house again, but it's okay for their
That's fine.
grandkids to come.
That's fine. Look, mom, dad, I I don't know how to be more clear than I've been. This is my marriage. This is my family, and I'm fighting for it. And it's hard, hard work. And we are really, really trying. Okay. That's what I'm doing. And I will continue to do that. And if I change that, you'll be the first to know. But that's what I'm doing. So you can either be supportive and say, we're pulling for you, or we won't be talking about it. You know, we can still have
Right.
conversations. We can, but I will not talk about this anymore. Do you understand? Because if you do, I will end the conversation because I can't be listening to this while I'm working on my marriage. Do you understand? Can I get that commitment from you? That's the answer. My answer to your question, as I understand.
Right.
Right.
It's just not very that that comment, like, would not be very acceptable in the eyes of
Stop,
my
stop, stop,
parents.
stop,
Like,
stop, 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 stop. You got to listen to me. That's not the issue. I said, if they can't accept it, we won't be talking. See, if your comments are going to be driven by their reaction, they're totally in control.
right.
So what's
Correct.
unclear? What is unclear about what I've said to say to them? See, if I was as clear as I could be, if you can't be supportive and you talk about it with me, I'll end the conversation. So that presumes that they might not be supportive, right? But we're not on the phone anymore.
Correct. Yes.
So problem solved. Doesn't mean it's easy.
So what do you think? Do you recommend that I do about them asking for the grandkids to come over there, but me and my husband not being welcome?
Well, I really like that if the grandkids can have a great relationship with them and they are not poisoning your kids towards you or working on the marriage or their father, then yeah, why not? There's not a problem. I mean, the only problem is it's a little awkward, but yeah, I love it when grandkids and grandparents get to go do fun things together and not talk about how bad dad is or how crazy mom is for staying with them or blah, blah, blah. Now, the other thing you could do is if you could tell them, I would like to work out how we can have a better relationship, mom and dad. So if you guys want to go talk with me with a family counselor and establish some sort of protocols and expectations for each other, I'll be glad to do that. But I will not, with you alone, have this conversation anymore until, because I've heard all your arguments. I get it. I think about them. Okay, I get it. But if you want to talk about it, I'll go talk about it with somebody. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. All right, Rebecca. I don't know everything that's going on in your marriage, but first of all, thank you for your call. A lot of people can relate to this. I do hope you're getting some good help with it, and I hope it gets to the outcome that you desire. I know there's a lot that goes into that. He's got to be willing, and you got to, and there's stuff. But I always, we like to save marriages. Sometimes that's not a good idea. Jesus said that, God said that, Moses said that. But by and large, you know, by and large, oh gosh, if one can get turned around and saved, what a good thing that is, especially for kids.